Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. For today's box opening, we're going to take our first look at Phyrexia All-Be-One set boosters. So we've got a fully sealed and intact box ready to go. Let's crack this thing open and enjoy the ride a little bit. This is my first set booster box opening. Curious to see what cards we're going to see from the list. I would say if any, but it's almost guaranteed that in a box of 30 packs we're going to see something from the list. So we're going to slide out our packs here and move our box to the side. Go ahead and line up our packs and we'll just start cracking. All right, pack number one. Very excited for this set. Just opened up the collector booster box, had an amazing experience, so hopefully that continues with these. All right, so we've got our non-signed art card. Oh, that's right, I've seen this. They are backwards. And then our token's going to be on the other side. And we're going to see a cat token. We won't look at all the tokens, but we've got a Shrapnel Slinger, followed by Drivnod Carnage Dominus coming in. So it's going to be a pretty decent hit at just over $6. And then we've got a Mirror Convert, an Infectious Bite, Ravenous Necrotian, a Vat Emergence with a Mirror Custodian, Terramorphic Expanse, Phyrexian Atlas, an Ichor Spit Basilisk, Gulping Scrap Trap, and there is a Phyrexian Mountain. Very nice. Didn't see any Phyrexian Mountains in our collector booster box. Yeah, I guess that was kind of a spoiler, but that's okay. They're just basic lands. But yeah, we saw all four of the others, but not the mountain. All right, so there's our art card. And we were going to see a nope, I thought we were going to see a non-token token. We're going to see a Rebel. All right, and our foil in this pack is just going to be a common and Orthodoxy Enforcer. And our rare is going to be the Seed Core. Not a high value, with a Blight Belly Rat, a Watchful Bliss Zeroa, a Trawler Drake, a Serum Core Chimera, Charge of the Mites, followed by an Indoctrination Attendant, an Eye of Malakator, Dune Mover, a Plague Nurse, and we're going to see another mountain, but this time in the Panorama treatment. All right, moving into pack number 3. No list hits as of yet. We did, however, get a signed art card there. It's very cool. Let's take a look at who that is. So that's going to be Koth, Fire of Resistance. So I do sort of collect the signed art cards. All right, and then we're going to see a rare coming off the list from Magic Origins. We're going to see Gaia's Revenge. Very nice to see that off the list. Then we're going to see Transplant Theorist as our foil with a Kato Dancing Shadow Planeswalker coming in from the main set. Very nice to see that. Kato's not a high-value Planeswalker, but that's all right. We got a Kinker Bloom, a Bladed Ambassador, an Annex Sentry, Distorted Curiosity, Malakator's Watcher, Chrome Prowler, Mandible Justicar, Contagious Vorak, with a Pestilent Siphoner, and we're going to see the Phyrexian Swamp, or Island. I'll get it together one of these days. All right, let me make a little extra room here for any list hits that we get. All right, another non-signed art card. And we're going to see another list hit. We're going to see Pyrethus coming in. Very nice to see that. Don't know its value, but any list card is a good one in my opinion. We got a Necrogen Communion, followed by Miglaz Maze Crusher as our rare, a Sinew Dancer, Drown in Ichor, Nimrazor Paladin, Chittering Skitterling, an Orthodoxy Enforcer, Basilica Shepherd, Blight Belly Rat, an Infectious Inquiry with an Ichor Split Basilisk, and we're going to see the planes coming in. All right, so that's 3-1 so far on Phyrexian lands to basic lands or panoramas. Oh, that is just a gorgeous art card. Not signed. All right, we got a Phyrexian Might token, followed by Tyvar's Stand coming in a foil with a Shrelv's Hive, coming in for our rare. Then we're going to see a Sawblade Scamp, Slaughter Slinger, Bilious Skull Dweller, Noxious Assault, the Fair Basilica, Basilica Skull Bomb, Gulping Scrap Trap, the Stinging Hive Master, followed by an Incisor Glider, and we're going to see a Panorama Island. So only one big hit so far, over $5. Maybe we'll see a few more. Tell you what, white is definitely a powerhouse in this set. All right, our token is a Phyrexian Mite. And then we're going to see an Atmosphere Surgeon as our foil with a Vraska Betrayer's Sting coming in. Nice mythic hit there. Very cool to see that. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and make a mythic pile just in case we do get more than one. And then from Showcase, we're going to see Rhea Ivor Bane of Bladehold coming in. Very nice to see that. Not terribly high value, but that's okay. I will take any rare showcase. Then we get a Quicksilver Fisher, Paladin of Predation, Venomous Brutalizer, Expand the Sphere, Zealot's Conviction, followed by a Duelist of Deep Faith, Mere Kinsmith, Bone Picker Scourge, and then we're going to see our Panorama Swamp. I'll just kind of mix up the piles a little bit. I mean, just look at that artwork. That's amazing. I wish I could draw. All right, so we've got a Phyrexian Horror token. And then we're going to see a Necrogen Rot Priest in foil. Followed by Koth, Fire of Resistance. Another Planeswalker coming in from the set. Just a rare one, though. And then we're going to get a Sky Hunter Strike Force. Very nice. Oh, that's from the Commander set. I was wondering, the symbol looked a little bit different. Not high value, just valued over $1. Then we get a Furnished Punisher, Nahiri's Sacrifice, Tyvar's Stand, Against All Odds, Complete Devotion, Molten Rebuke, Planar Disruption, Tyranax Atrocity, and then we're going to see a foil Panorama Mountain here. So from the Commander set, you can see 12 rares and mythics, 6 and 6, in the set booster packs. So just want to let you know that. We'll have a breakdown. If we get more than just the one Commander card, we'll have a breakdown of that in the MTG box analysis. All right, so we get ourselves a Poison Counter with a Tyranax Atrocity in foil, followed by Okiva Enigma Goliath coming in from the main set as a rare. Another Rot Priest, Incubation Sac, Unctus Retrofitter, a Rib Skiff, followed by Shieldred's Edict, Hazardous Blast, Furnace Strider, the Autonomous Furnace from the Land Cycle, with a Sinew Dancer, and another foil. This time it is the Island. Very nice. And I just realized I messed up some of my piles, so let me see if I can't correct that. Just makes sorting the cards later that much easier. All right, another non-signed art card. No list hit. Got a Mite with a Quicksilver Fisher coming in as our foil, with a Black Cleave Claves coming in from the main set. Not quite $5, but does hold value. Then we got a Blightbelly Rat, a Necrosquito, followed by an Armored Scrap Gorger, an Evolving Adaptive, a Furnace Skull Bomb, a Blazing Crescendo, with a Kudaloth Crackler, a Flensing Raptor, Terramorphic Expanse, and we're going to see a Panorama Forest. All right, so now we've definitely caught up on the Panorama lands. The Phyrexians are feeling a little bit more rare. All right, non-signed art card. And we get the Hallow Sentinel coming in as our token, with an uncommon Viral Spawning foil. And right behind that, we're going to see Black Sun's Twilight, with a Thrumming Bird, Awaken the Sleeper, Tameo's Immobilizer, Tameo's Logbook, Prosthetic Injector, Shieldred's Head Cleaver, Ruthless Predation, followed by Predation Steward, the Hunter Maze, and we're going to see ourselves a Swamp. Just taking a quick second to straighten up some of the piles here. Still only one Mythic in this box. A little surprising. Unless our first hit was a Mythic, in which case we might have two. I'll look at that in a second. All right, but we are going to see another signed R card here. This is going to be Rhea Ivor, Bane of Bladehold. All right, so two signed R cards now. And we are going to see a sliver coming in off the list. Very nice to see that. Not a high-value sliver, I'm sure, but still cool. I think this is from Future Sight. Then we got a Mir Kinsmith, followed by Mondrak Glory Dominus coming in out of white. This is going to be an amazing hit, currently valued at $33. So we'll take a half a second. We'll put that aside, and we'll sleeve that in just a second. Then we get an Urbrask's Anointer, Cinderclash Ravager, an Icroplate Golem, Atraxa Skitterfang, Minor Misstep, Forgehammer Centurion, a Hex Gold Slash with a Gold Warden's Helm, Volshock Splitter, and we're going to see the Plains. Very nice to see that in Panorama. All right, so we're going to put Mondrak in the sleeve for sure. Very cool to see that. I'm telling you, white is definitely the powerhouse of this set, in my opinion. We'll see how it all plays out. I think we do have, yeah, so the other Dominus, the Carnage Dominus, is also a Mythic. So now we're up to 3 Mythics in this particular box. I'll work on my pile management here. All right, let's just keep going. All right, non-signed art card with a drone token. And then we're going to see a Gixian Raptor coming in as our foil with a Mind Splice Apparatus from the main set, a Sinew Dancer, Cephalopod Sentry, Ambulatory Edifice, Veil of Assimilation, Adaptive Spore Slinger, Rustvine Cultivator, Axiom Engraver, Leonin Lightbringer, Mirian Bardachet, my bad. And then we get ourselves our first foil Phyrexian. We get the Plains. Very nice to see that. That's what we want to see. I wish that was signed. That is very nice. All right, first non-token token. All right, Cacophony Scamp coming in as our foil. Then we're going to see Red Sun's Twilight coming in from the main set with a Mirror Convert, Plated Onslaught, Infested Flesh Cutter, Swooping Lookout, an Oil Gorger Troll, Prophetic Prism, Glistener Seer, Barbed Batterfist, Bladecraft Aspirant, and we are going to see the foil Panorama Plains. Very nice. They really did, they did something different with the foiling in this set. Not, you know, obviously they did Step and Complete foils, and they did the Oil Slick in the special boosters, but, or the special bundle. But the regular foils, they use a different skin or a different chemical composition or something. They're a little bit more muted, but they appear to be extremely flat. So maybe that's good long term. All right, we got another Mite here with a Vivisection Evangelist coming in as our foil. And our rare is going to be a Zenith Chronicler, followed by a Bone Picker Scourge, a Gleeful Demolition, Cacophony Scamp, Exuberant Fuseling, Furnace Punisher, Quicksilver Fisher, Skyclaith Engulfer, Titanic Growth, Aspirant Ascent, and a Mountain. All right, there we go. Another non-signed art card with a list hit. And we're going to see a rare from, I think this is Adventures of Forgotten Realms Commander, Argentum Armor. Very nice to see that. And then we're going to see a foil rare showcase coming in. This is going to be Evolved Spinoderm. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be a high value, but still, it is a rare. It is a foil. And then we're going to see White Sun's Twilight, value just over $1. Then we got the Rustvine Cultivator, the Charforger with a Magmatic Sprinter, Urbrask's Anointer, Serum Snare, Lattice Blade Mantis, Free from Flesh, Offer Immortality, Thrill of Possibility, and at the end, we're going to see a Swamp. So I'd like to see a foil Mythic, as I'm sure everyone else would. Non-signed art card, no list hit. Got ourselves a cat, Reject Imperfection, followed by a Copper Line Gorge coming in from the land. Very nice to see that as our rare. Bladed Ambassador, Bone Picker Scourge, Sinew Dancer, Font of Progress, Transplant Theorist, Atmosphere Sturgeon, Meldweb Strider, Copper Longlegs, Gixian Raptor, with a Phyrexian Mountain in the back. So we'll just stack up all of our packs here. I think we're over halfway through for sure. There's Kaya, unsigned. No list hits. We're just going to see a Rebel token. Then we got ourselves a Plague Nurse with Urabrask's Forge as our rare. And then we get the Quicksilver Fisher, the Battle Chair, Hex Gold Hoverwings, Hex Gold Halberd, Surgical Skull Bomb, followed by an Escaped Experiment, Experimental Augury, Meldweb Curator, a Volt Charge, and a Phyrexian Swamp. That's our first swamp that we've seen in this box in the Phyrexian treatment. Fingers crossed for an Elish Norn. That's what I'm looking for. All right, non-token token, because it's a mini game. With a Chrome Prowler, a Mercurial Spelldancer, with a second rare, Goliath Hatchery. We haven't seen too many double rare packs yet. We got a Bone Picker Scourge, Bladehold Warwhip, Rebel Salvo, Resistance Reunited, Anoint with Affliction, Ichor Synthesizer, Mesmerizing Dose, Sawblade Scamp, and the Plains. All right, so I'm just going to take a quick second and move some of the comments over to this side. All right, non-signed art card with a list hit. We got a Brightstone Ritual coming in. Very nice to see that. All right, and a Chittering Skitterling, followed by the Mycosynth Gardens. This is going to be a pretty decent hit at value just over $8. So we'll take that all day. Put that up with our mythics for now. And then we're going to see a Tyrannex Rex coming in as a mythic. This is going to be valued just over $8 in the showcase treatment. Very nice to see that. Then we got a Rustvine Cultivator, a Churning Reservoir with the Resistance Skywarden, an Oxida Finisher, Gitaxian Anatomist, Vivisurgeon's Insight, with the Surgical Bay coming in from the land cycle. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Then we got a Prologue to Phyresis and an Island. So a very blue heavy pack there at the end. Oh, that's trippy. All right, we're going to see another list hit here. It is Girdle of Baldur's Gate coming in from AFR. Not a great list hit there. We got a Furnished Punisher in foil. We got an Evolved Spinoderm, Oh, and right behind that was a Monumental Corruption coming in from the Commander set. This is, I believe, the lowest value Commander card that you can pull in a set booster box. So we got the Cultivator, we've got the Fisher, we got the Spawning, we got Fieldy Infection, Infectious Bite, with a Mirror Custodian, Phyrexian Atlas, I like the art on that, and then a Vanished into Eternity with a Forest. All right, I think we got the Black Sun Zenith here in art form. With another list hit, we have a Yoshin Soldier coming in from Battle Bond. Just a common. And right behind that, we are going to see a foil Phyrexian Obliterator Mythic coming in. Very nice to see this in foil. In non-foil, this is valued just around $12. So we'll give that one a sleeve real quick. And then we're going to see an Azuri Stalker of Spheres with the Thrumming Bird, the Sawblade Scamp, Ravenous Necrotian, a Vat Emergence, Vat of Rebirth, Bring the Ending, Vraska's Fall, Annihilating Glare, Fleshless Gladiator, and we're going to see ourselves a Forest in the back. So this is my first Phyrexian Obliterator. Very nice to see that in all of its foil showcase treatment. Looking very cool. All right, so now we're up to 5 mythics. Not sure yet what is normal for a set booster box. We'll find out over time. So we got another mini game, non-token token. And we got a Churning Reservoir, followed by Malacator Purity Overseer, Rustvine Cultivator, the Thrumming Bird, Mirror Convert, Necrogen Rot Priest, a Duress, Whisper of the Dross Pit, Maze Skull Bomb, Maze's Mantle, and an island in the back. All right, next pack. And we've got a Phyrexian Horror as our token, with a Vat of Rebirth as our foil. And we're going to see Norn's Wellspring coming in as our rare, with a Canker Bloom, Bone Picker Scourge. And if you're seeing a lot of duplication in the showcase common uncommon, I believe there's only 6 common or maybe 7 common, and then 6 or 7 of the uncommon. So there's going to be a ton of duplication. So we've got a Necrogen Communion, Canker Bloom, Voidwing Hybrid, Reject Imperfection, a Dross Skull Bomb, with a Cruel Grimnarch, a Testament Bearer, and a Forest in the back. I think we're down to about 6 or 7 packs here. List hits seem to be about average with previous sets. I think we're at about 7 or 8 here. Ooh, what do we got here? We've got ourselves a Vran Executioner of Thane coming in. Just a rare, but still foil showcase. Very nice to see that. And of course, behind it is Unctus Grand Metatech. Then we get ourselves a Sinew Dancer, a Tainted Observer, a Scheming Aspirant, Vivisection Evangelist, Apostle of Invasion, Ossification, Cutthroat Centurion, Chimney Rabble, with a Shrapnel Slinger and a Mountain. Another non-signed art card, but man, I love the art in this set. All right, no list hit. And we got ourselves a Poison Counter with a Titanic Growth. And we're going to see Thrun, Breaker of Silence, coming in as our rare, with a Bone Picker Scourge, a Trawler Drake, Unnatural Restoration, Watchful Blisterzoa, with a Porcelain Zealot, a Crawling Chorus, Branch Blight Stalker, Carnivorous Canopy, and then we're going to see a Thirsting Roots with a Foil Mountain in the back. So we're still missing some of the big hits. So obviously we have not seen Elish Norn as of yet, but we haven't seen the Igermoon Gauntlet either, coming out of blue. That's the card from this set that allows you to take an extra turn and allows your planeswalkers to proliferate. So very powerful card. We got a Phyrexian Might. That is, if you can keep it on the battlefield. We have an Eye of Malacator, and we're going to see another land here, Razor Verge Thicket, as our rare, with a Fisher, the Serum Core Chimera, Drown in Ichor, the Paladin, the Duelist, Charge of the Mites, Dune Mover, Plague Nurse, the Contagious Vorak, and a Phyrexian Island. All right, 4 packs to go here. This feels like kind of like a break-even box. Maybe even a small loss. We'll see. And no list hit, non-token token. And we're going to see a Furnished Punisher, followed by a Venerated Rot Priest. This is going to be a pretty decent hit from the set, valued just around $11. We'll take that. And then we're going to see a Borderless Dark Slick Shores coming in. Very nice to see that. Love my lands, and the Dark Slick Shores is the second most valuable land you can get in the set. We get a Bladed Ambassador. We get a Chitterling Skitterling, Slaughter Singer, Billows Skull Dweller, Indoctrination Attendant, Eye of Malacator, followed by Malacator's Watcher, Pestilent Siphoner, and a foil Forest in the Panorama treatment. All right, 3 packs to go here. And then we'll do the full MTG box analysis. We do get our 3rd signed art card. This is the Meldweb Curator. All right, so now I've got 3. We got another non-token token here, followed by a Blightbelly Rat. And then we're going to see our 3rd Planeswalker. We got Tyvar Jubilant Prowler, I guess, coming in. Very nice to see that. Not high value. And then we're going to see the Might Overseer coming in from white. 2nd rare. Urbrask's Anointer. Noxious Assault. Paladin of Predation. Venomous Brutalizer. With a Chrome Prowler. A Mandible Justiciar. Orthodoxy Enforcer. Blightbelly Rat. And a Phyrexian Plains. Do want to see one more big hit. See if we can make it happen. Not in this pack. So we got the Phyrexian Golem. And we got a Maze Skullbomb with a Kemba Ka Enduring. Then we're going to see a Furnished Punisher, Expand the Sphere, Viral Spawning, Feed the Infection, Bladed Ambassador, Annex Sentry, Basilica Shepherd with the Fair Basilica, Basilica Skullbomb, and a Swamp. I would have thought they would have mixed in a Plains there. Guess not. All right, final set booster pack. No list hit. We're going to see the Might with a Plated Onslaught as our foil. And right behind that, we are going to see Zopatral Hunger Dominus coming in. It's going to be a pretty decent mythic hit here, right around $8. We'll take that for sure. And then we're going to Kinker Bloom, the Blightbelly Rat, Distorted Curiosity, Nahiri's Sacrifice, Tyvar's Stand, Zealot Conviction, Duelist of Deep Faith, a Mere Kinsmith, an Infectious Inquiry, and a Phyrexian Forest in the back. All right, so give me just a moment. I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. In today's MTG box analysis, we're going to review the cards that we were eligible to pull out of a set booster pack, and we'll compare that to the cards that we actually saw in this box. We'll take a look at set coverage, coverage by rarity, as well as duplication, and from a value perspective, we'll look at the value for the cards that we could have seen and compare that to the actual observed value. And we'll close it out with a summary of the box. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box, plus at least 75 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. Let's start things off by taking a look at what we saw in this box. This chart shows the foils that we saw in orange, the non-foils in green, and the cards we were eligible to pull in a set booster pack in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we saw a variance of 10 cards between the primary colors of Magic, with red only having 34 cards, whereas white, black, and green all had 44. In the foil space, we saw a variance of 5 cards between the primary colors of Magic, with white having 2 and blue having 7. 6 of our 30 basic lands ended up being foil, and 10 of our 30 basic lands ended up being the Phyrexianized treatment. Moving into coverage, in the non-foil space, we saw 239 unique cards out of a possible 348, which means that we saw 69% of the cards we were eligible to pull in this box. Our highest coverage, excluding the basic lands, was in white, with 90% of the cards making an appearance. We also saw 2 of the 22 borderless cards, giving us 9% coverage in the non-foil space. In this box, we saw 34 unique foils, which gave us 10% coverage of the 348 cards we were eligible to see. This time, our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in blue, with 18% coverage. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, in the non-foil space, we saw 100% of the commons and uncommons in this box, and this has only ever happened to me once before. We also saw 30 rares for 32% coverage and 5 mythics for 10% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 11% of the commons, 16% of the uncommons, 2 rares for 2% coverage, and a single mythic also for 2% coverage. In total, this box contained 32 rares and 6 mythics from the main set. However, both of our commander cards were also rares, so that brings our grand total up to 34 rares. But wait, there's more. 3 of our list hits were also rares, which means that this box contained a grand total of 37 rares and 6 mythics in 30 packs. From a duplication perspective, we saw 70 cards repeated 85 times, which gave us a duplication rate of 24%. The majority of the duplication was in the non-foil space, and the only cards repeated more than twice were the basic lands and showcase cards. Before we take a look at the value that we saw in this box, let's baseline with a look at the market value of the cards we were eligible to pull. Please keep in mind that the prices on your screen are still pre-release and are likely to continue to drop over the coming weeks. This chart shows all 348 cards that you can pull in a set booster pack. Currently, this population contains 25 cards valued over $10, 23 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 34 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 266 cards are valued less than $1. If you were to add up the market value of the 348 cards, you'd have a grand total of $1,022.45. Now that we have an understanding of the value that we could have seen, let's take a look at the actual value that we saw in this box, starting off with the non-foils. We saw 3 of the 25 big hits in this box, including the Venerated Rot Priest at $11.10, Vraska Betrayal Sting at $11.76, and Mondrak Glory Dominus at $33.21. We also saw 5 of the 23 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 15 of the 34 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 299 non-foils in the box from the main set were all valued less than $1. In the foil space, we only saw 1 big hit, and that was the Showcase Phyrexian Obliterator, valued at $13.92. The only other foil valued over $1 was the Phyrexianized Plains. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box from a third-party seller on Amazon called MTG Biz for $130.16. The current market price for this box is $130.75, which is pretty strong this close to release date. Today's set booster box contained 30 packs with 12 cards each, allowing us to see a total of 360 cards. Currently, the art cards and tokens do not have market prices established, so we'll be skipping both from a value perspective. The 2 commander cards that we saw have a current combined market value of $1.44, and replacing 7 of our tokens were cards from the list. Unfortunately, these 7 cards only have a market value of $4.26. The 30 basic lands that we saw have a market value of $17.34. The 30 foils in the box have a total market value of $24.85. And finally, the 298 non-foils from the main set are valued at $186.19. This brings the grand total for this box up to $234.08, again using pre-release prices. This means that for now, this box is a gain of $103.92 and a return of 180% of my purchase price. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 15 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined market value of $128.74, which means that those 15 cards represent 55% of the current box value, and their value is pretty close to what I paid for the box. Stay tuned to the channel for more Phyrexia all-will-be-one box openings and more MTG box analysis. Until next time, do something amazing.